her because you've seen her so many times. She's bold, fierce, and unflinching, seemingly invincible black lady.
And this makes this right up my alley. Hey guys, what's going on? AJ Plus dropped this video about how harmful the stereotype of the strong black woman truly is. And it's a stereotype that each and every one of them just love and embrace and enjoy. They don't need no man. They are fierce and independent. They have absolutely, they are nothing but oppressed and victims in the United States of America. And they ain't taking it. Lego.
Got me twisted, OG. I'm always gonna eat. In media, you can see the idea that the black woman being the superwoman, the caricature.
In media, yeah, seriously. I mean, these ladies are scripted to be just the most powerful things. I mean, I think it really took off after Waiting to Exhale. I think they were just like, yo, we can make hella bread off of this shit. And they went buck wild with it. I ain't going to deny, because reality is a completely different thing. But due to the influence of media over all of these generations, yeah, you've kind of worked yourself into an impossible corner, because a lot of these broads think they're men. Like, they literally straight up and down think they are dudes, okay?
Isn't only used to shape fictional personalities in pop culture. It's also a standard to which society holds all African American women.
That's the thing. No, society doesn't. You put this upon yourselves. Let's not play this game. It was a big part of the signing of the Civil Rights Act, you know, with the influx of with the pushing out of the masculine in these communities, just doing away with us and making it to whereas, oh yeah, making it very matriarchal. And so thusly, you know, oh my goodness, well, your daddy gone, he left for cigarettes or something like that, even though she chose the dude that she let blow a load in her. Or you know, he off in jail. They had Sesame Street doing did a whole episode about when parents go to jail because of the terrible prison system that we have here in the United States that everybody has a legitimate gripe with, but you know, no one wants to end the drug war over because, you know, oh my goodness, well, we gotta keep getting them in jail. But either ways, these are the after effects of just generations of, you know, media.
It is that mindset that is passed down to African American girls and women from generation to generation. But there's a problem.
Pause. By their single mothers, for the most part. I mean, ma don't be choosing the straightest dude to, you know, lay down and have a family with, as well as the destruction of manufacturing within so many urban zones, which took away a lot of economic mobility for these families. So yeah, you know, like, once again, this is something that you've kind of done to yourselves.
I don't think it's very sustainable at all. And if it is sustainable, if a person survives living this way, we would need to take a really good look at their health. I think the superwoman syndrome is this suffering in silence.
Hey fam, I'm Imayan, and this Sunday on AJ Plus, we're looking at what the ramifications are when society expects black women to be super.
That's the thing. No one really does. Have you been in reality and what black women expect that of themselves? Like, holy Jesus. I don't mean to be a dickhead, but y'all are very headstrong, and you know, you don't need no man. You can do it all by yourself. So, you know, it like, yo, everybody likes to sit there and kick the back, like to stand on black men's graves, but rarely ask themselves how they ended up there, right? And in many cases, it's due to you. I'm gonna go get, you guys remember the movie Soul Food? I'm gonna go get my cousin Lenny, the one that always was going to jail, and he ended up going to jail again because at the behest of his sister, who was just going off of her emotion, she went and threw his life away. She threw his life away. And that is something that refuses to be acknowledged, because it's a very real thing in our communities. Are you sure that's not a dude?
Two of the most popular dramas on American television right now center on black women with seemingly limitless emotional strength. Scandals, Olivia Pope is known as much for her wardrobe as her ability to endure, and How to Get Away with Murder's
Both written by a black woman. What's your point? Both scripted as well by a black woman. What is your point? So thusly, you're like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Please, somebody in my comments, let me know.
Keating spends each season carving out solutions for law students who refuse to stay in their lane.
Never take a learning opportunity away from another student. No matter how smart, you need everyone to think you are.
Then you wonder why they perpetuate that exact same stereotype. Because they all do. And this was even before Shonda Rhimes. Make no mistake about it.
Annalise and Olivia have repeatedly showed audiences how to win, and those wins almost always come at the expense of themselves. The fictional creations are two examples of what clinical psychologist Jazz Keys calls the super...
But here's the thing, sweetheart. I mean, it's definitely strokes. But here's the thing. They're fictional characters that are written by another person. So, like, it's fiction. It's not real life. Like, but here you are analyzing it like, you know, like this is like, these are two modern day real life examples, which I feel is a little ridiculous.
Woman syndrome. Black women are always in this state of figuring it out, conquering it all, being this warrior, being...
Are you though? Because, I mean, the term overwhelmed, I've heard it quite a bit. Particularly when it comes to the single mother situation that a lot of them put themselves into.
Of infinite strength.
The black superwoman persona didn't originate with Olivia Pope, Annalise Keating, or any of the countless black female characters who exhibit the same attributes. Before the black superwoman character was a part of any script or screenplay, the idea of it was being handed down within the black community. In her...
Was it? Or was it just going through, like, I mean, like, the magical Negro is a trope, you know? Like, it's just an offshoot of the magical Negro, as most things are. Like, yo, like, oh my goodness. In order to, you know, really start to acclimate to integration, there was oh man, even if I have a black friend, he might just have magical powers. That's great. And what, like, hey, Disney, why did you get rid of Brer Rabbit, man? Like, what's going on? Song of the South. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. Like, this is a big part of the problem with this attempt to erase history, is that, you know, you have to be willing to look at things as they were, not sit here and try to, you know, I don't even want to call, like, not whitewash, not blackwash, but just plain old wash over what was written down before, and then try to make up your own new thing. And it's like, dude, come on, yeah. Seriously, this is really nothing more than a distraction from moving forward, because you have so many people like just balls deep into the past. But yeah, this is a pretty hilarious video. Let's keep going.
2011 book Sister Citizen, Melissa Harris Perry said the strong black woman stereotype was developed to combat tropes like the Mammy, the Jezebel, and Sapphire.
No, fall underneath all three. I mean, seriously, like, it does depend on the individual that you're dealing with. But I mean, the likelihood of, you know, coming upon somebody of ill repute, and this is, it truly knows no color, but, like, you know, definitely amongst the females, it's just, you know, the older they are, the more wise they are to quite a few things, and the younger you are, the easier you are to manipulate. So put two and two together on that if you want.
These are gendered stereotypes you may recognize. The Mammy was born out of a post-Civil War America longing for antebellum days.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So when they sit there and say, "Oh no, we've never been represented in media," I mean, y'all been represented from jump. Didn't Hattie McDaniel play a Mammy-ish character in Casablanca and get the first and get the first Oscar, something like that? So, like, to say, like, "Oh, we've been ignored all these years," it's like, take it easy there, champ. Take it easy.
She's an asexual grandmother type dedicated to fulfilling the needs of a white family, much like Hattie McDaniel's character in Gone with the Wind, who literally was called Mammy.
See, so they're saying that the mammy is asexual, but there was always some skinny dude hanging around Nana's crib. You know what I'm saying? Am I right or am I wrong? He wasn't asexual. Yeah, man, he was one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, Schmeetens, catch hella Schmeetens out there.
Jezebel, which hypersexualizes black women. It depicts black.
They do it for themselves, for the money, because they're hot and young at the time. But then they get older and they become the mammies. These are like, you know, the mammies in their 20s. Like, what's the problem here? Then they hit that wall and turn into the mammies. So, like, yeah, if you get, like, nobody's objectifying, well, I mean, they're objectifying themselves more than anything else. And you know what? It's their right to do so. You know, feminism, right? You know, go ahead, girl. You don't need a man to define you and tell you and tell you not to participate in your sexual revolution. Go ahead, ride that carousel, girl. Ride all of them.
As having inappropriate and insatiable sexual appetites, much like you see in many music videos. And then there's.
But that's the thing. I mean, you could be a dude like me and just kind of catch that swag off of all chicks, you know? Like, I mean, let's be real. I'm a bit of a mahogany demon, if you will indulge me for a second. And you know, hey, if I could like I consider that energy like that real, like, yo, let's get down energy like a volleyball. Like, I'm gonna toss it at you and she toss it back. We doing alright. And trust me, when it comes to sisters, your boy is like, yo, all pink on the inside, right? I've gotten down with plenty of sisters, right? But the deal is just the attitude and the energy that, you know, is just, you know, in her DNA, in her psychological makeup of, oh my goodness, I'm so strong and I can compete with the boys and I'm a dude and all this other stuff. I mean, yeah. And, perfect shot on Gabrielle Union. You guys know how I feel about Gabrielle Union. You guys know I disown Dwayne Wade. So, yeah. Oh man, we're hitting all the beats in this video.
Sapphire, which you know more commonly as the angry black woman stereotype.
Is it a stereotype if it's true though? I mean, even subconsciously, because for the most part, they've been given their liberation, right? Their sexual liberation. Their fathers, like you heard, when T.I. went to, you know, was like, yeah, I'm checking my daughter and making sure she ain't out here doing nothing nuts. And the world turned on him and was like, oh my goodness, how could you? How dare you? That's her. So you were granted your liberation and you've made terrible choices, as you would, because you're a kid and you're emotional, but hey, it is what it is. You'll just fall into that ocean of emotion and come out on the other side just angry about it, because bad calls, man. Bad calls all around. And it's not just sisters. Make no mistake. This is more of a mindset. Because trust me, this isn't just it's an American mindset for the most part, right? I want to sit here, particularly in the United States. I really want to just like lock it in here, because I've met Caucasian, Spanish, like all different types of females with this attitude, with this anger, with this dormant anger inside of them. And a big part of it is because they believed a bunch of lies that went completely against biology. And now they're angry and they're mad. And you know what, sis? You have every right to be. Just, you know, you gotta own it. That's where accountability comes in, and you gotta own it.
Loud, emasculating, and verbally abusive, like Gabrielle Union's character Eva in 2003.
Gabrielle Union 2020.
Delivers from Eva. The superwoman idea was meant to buck stereotypes like those, and now Key says it's become a part of black women's subconscious.
This is something that is subconsciously embedded in our psyche, and then also.
Right, it's not subconscious. You have been poisoned with this. You've been poisoned with this for like generations at this point, and much of it comes from urban living, and a lot of it comes from media portrayals by hands who were not our own, and you've been sold a bunch of lies. You've been sold a ton of lies about what, you know, like your ability to compete and operate at the same level as a man can. I'm sorry, but it's just that just doesn't work. And a lot of it folds in and of itself because the media and the government needed to create all the bureaucracy that we see and all of the like HR and all the paperwork positions that we do in order to say, hey, yeah, go ahead, sis, in order to give just enough examples to really get it going and have women just completely abandon their femininity. And that sucks. It really does, because as a man who likes women, I like a man that like women being women.
Others that black women can endure so much or have endured so much and still rise to the top.
There are even songs dedicated to this idea, like Karen White's aptly titled Superwoman, which spent 18 weeks on the Billboard charts between 1988 and 1989.
Holy shit, and I remember that song, yeah. But I am only human. Remember that song? Yeah, the 1988, 1989, they really plied it up in there. That song was I remember that song so hard, yo. I'm not your superwoman. I remember that shit. Okay, I don't need the like real thing to play though.
And resilience may seem complimentary, but the superwoman ideal has some substantial negative effects on black women's health. It's so impactful that
like psychology, it's stress. Like you sat here, you believed a whole bunch of lies that feminism told you. Like, you know, they put it in the music back there in 1989, and look at y'all now. I'm sorry, I hate to sound like mean about this, but look at what's happened. It was a lie. It was BS. But you brought it hook, line, and sinker, and because you brought it, and you know, we only get one life, it's very hard for them to just come to grips with, like, you know what, yeah, maybe we should trad wife it on out. So, ladies, best of luck to you. Black men, save yourself all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like are the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Strokeable, you know, definitely strokeable. I mean, but I'm not sure. It's something about the eyes that make me say, bruh, you want to pull out real hard. But as far as, oh my goodness, once again, this was done to yourself, sweetie. And it wasn't just done to you. It was done to basically all women in America for the most part. But, you know, it just really locked in, and on top of all of the other assaults on the senses that overtook, you know, urban spaces in that time. So if you disagree, that's what I have a comment section for. I love it. I want to hear it. Come get some, bruh. But past that, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until the next one.